Should be good. I'm gonna turn the sound down on my phone.
You sure should.
This fell. It slipped. Okay.
Almost slurpy.
So hopefully that answered that person's question.
Are we rolling here?
It's rolling.
We live.
I think we're live.
Okay. Oh, we sure are.
Yeah.
Hope it didn't catch me picking my nose.
I hope you were picking your nose.
I could be picking worse things.
Don't be picking any body parts while we're doing YouTube.
Could be picked.
Don't do that.
I'm just joking.
Well, we're here a little bit early, guys, but that's okay.
We're late technically because we should have done this yesterday, so we're real late from doing it yesterday.
A day late and $1 short.
But we're late there, but early now.
Oh, we got someone here. I'm just gonna move this over so we can see
Bubba.
Who and what is here. Bubba's here.
Hello, Bubba.
Good evening, Bubba. Welcome to our live podcast. We're going to get started here in a few minutes. Mm-hmm. We talk about reselling, and then we also talk about horror films. And Bargain Baron is with us.
The Bargain Baron. BB is in the house.
So our YouTuber friends, the Bargain Barons. And I saw that video where Karen found all that gold for free. Whoa. Oh my gosh. They went to a yard sale, and they had a free box.
No way.
And there was jewelry in there. And some of the jewelry ended up being real gold.
Wow. That's
the stuff dreams are made.
So what you're trying to say is dreams do come true.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's really, I got to watch that one. I must have.
Yeah, I dream of finding gold jewelry for free.
You watched an episode without me? I
did watch an episode without you, I'm sorry.
God, what's this world comment?
But it's there on YouTube. You could catch up later and watch.
Give another view.
I didn't mean to cheat watch. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'll forgive you this time.
Hey, Tom O is here. Hello, Tom O. We've got Area Thrifty 1 hanging out with us.
Great name.
Awesome name. And they should do more stuff with YouTube. And I love that name. That's so fun.
It is clever.
Wade Kilpatrick is here. Hey there, Wade.
Wade.
Hey, guys. Well, as you can see, we're surrounded by vintage Christmas.
It's infected us as well. It's gotten to us. But this is the time to be selling Christmas if you're going to sell. I mean, obviously, the rest of the year it sells as well. But Thanksgiving is upon us. And you know what people do right after Thanksgiving? They want to, decorate the house and the outside and blah, blah, blah with all, want Christmas to throw up all over their dwelling.
Well, some people, because in November you do get some warm days. So I used to work with people who would put up their Christmas decorations in November when we had the 60-degree weather days, the warm sunny days, before it got too cold when, because they didn't want to put the decorations up when it was real cold and crappy outside.
There's Randall's out there.
Hey there, Randall.
And Bubba again, and Wade. Okay, we read all those names. Cool. And we're getting ready to, I guess we want to kick the show off officially?
Yeah, let's introduce ourselves, talk about what we do, and then get into it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to knock this. Yeah, it's cold in the studio. So we have our tea and coffee.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of
Living the Scream! The behind the scenes of the Mummy and the Monkey. We are resellers by day, we are horror hosts by night, and we're going to talk about finding bargains and horror movie fright.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. You never know what we're going to talk about.
Maybe never know.
What we had for lunch? No, we won't. That's not real. Well, maybe we'll. I don't know.
Bargain Barons, thank you for the super chat. $5 super chat. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's very nice.
But yeah, I'm Janet, also known as the Mummy.
And I'm James, a.k.a. the Mummy, or the Monkey. I got me confused there. They both start with an M.
Yes.
Yeah, I play the Monkey, Grimm Gorri, and she's Janet Decay, the Mummy.
Yes, I play the Mummy.
On our Hairy Scary Hangout, which airs on Friday nights live, and in our new home on YouTube. We stream on YouTube now, not Facebook. Our Friday night show.
Yeah, so we've been resellers full time, just about, for between 3 and 4 years. I have been on eBay since 2000, since high school. And I would sell stuff off and on a little bit, but I didn't sell full time. I had a full-time job. I was a retail manager for many years for a big box company. And I would go on eBay and shop for stuff. I remember buying my prom dress on eBay.
No kidding.
My homecoming dress. I would look for unique things that I couldn't find in the stores.
Yeah, I dabbled with eBay too in the late '90s when it was first coming around. I sold one of those Hugo Man of 1,000 Disguises, a little puppet, looks like Vern Troyer from Mini Me from Austin Powers movies. It was like a little vinyl headed doll that comes with all kind of disguises, fake noses, eyes, fake hair, and it was I think it was like an early '70s toy, and I found one in the garbage where I used to live back in the day. And it was pretty much complete. I did sell it on eBay for like $40, but that was like in the late '90s. I'd sell something once in a great while, but I never thought about making a career out of it or doing it full time.
Same here. So, like, I could have done this a lot sooner if I knew
much sooner.
what I know now.
No.
And sometimes I wish I could just kick my younger self. Like, what are you doing working for this corporation that doesn't value you when you could start your own little business and pursue it full time?
Yeah, not that it doesn't have its ups and downs, the eBay or reselling platform in general. There's a lot of unassuredness, but then it just comes down to you being a skillful resource sourcer and finding stuff and that's gonna sell. And I don't know it.
But so we've been doing that full time for 3 to 4 years. I think I started 2017. You started 2018?
Mid 2018, something like that.
Yeah.
Halfway through after I got let go from me and 400 other people from the job I was working at the time.
Yeah.
But it's okay, like I said, it freed me up. When I got let go that day, it almost was like a relief. It was kind of weird, a weird feeling, a very sublime, and I wasn't like the first time I ever got let go from a company because whatever reason they were just chopping heads. I was devastated. I didn't know what I was going to do.
Well, it was a blessing in disguise.
But now, I've been so.
Now you're doing freelance.
I do
graphic design.
Still do that.
Freelance artwork. You also sell online.
And I need to because because there's not a lot of jobs that come through all the time. But some of it's my fault. But
I like slow. You could.
I love doing it.
Yeah, if your freelance work is slow, then you could focus on eBay. If eBay is slow, you could focus on your freelance.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to vacillate between the two, so I always have something to do.
Yeah.
And then you have mornings like this morning, like it's been kind of so eBay's been kind of slow for a lot of resellers, especially ones that aren't selling things for $1,000 a piece. And I heard that again today, and that's kind of disturbing to me that eBay would want to bump out sellers like us.
Well, let's pause for a minute. We're going to get back to that topic. Okay. There's a lot of comments.
Okay.
So we're going to read the comments, then we're going to get back into it.
Yes, interactive.
Slash's Graveyard Tales.
Oh.
Another horror host is here. He is on the Monster Channel.
Slashy baby.
He has a show. Awesome. He's Slash. Nice to see you here. Area Thrifty One says, amen to doing your own business. A lot of work, but worth it. Thank you. Bobby Harvey Jr. said he mailed out Thanksgiving cards to us. That's really sweet. Thank you.
We'll be looking for them.
Tom O says, if you're digging the live stream, please subscribe and hit the bell and give them the like button. Thanks, Tom. Randall says he put his tree up last night.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's off topic, but maybe it's not because we're just kind of hanging out with everybody again. I like the holidays. Only because it's a reason to decorate, and I of course it reminds me of being a kid. I love my upbringing. I mean, it wasn't a great. I mean, we were definitely not affluent. My mom was a single parent. She raised 2 sons on her own. She was an LPN, like a nurse, and did her best. But the best times ever. And no matter what your upbringing was, if you had a household where they celebrated life and they celebrated just being a family, no matter what your religion is or anything like that, that's what these times remind me of, all the fun I did have out of the bad,
Mm-hmm.
But
and I came from a similar. My mom wasn't a nurse, but
she's still single parent.
My brother and I and my mom against the world. It was the 3 of us against the world.
Yeah,
long story short. So yeah, I learned thrifting from my mom because she was on a budget. She was trying to clothe and feed small children all on our own, and for $20 back then, you could get a whole bag of clothes from the thrift store, and you'd be good.
I learned swearing from my mom.
Oh yeah, me too.
And other things, among other things.
Yeah.
But but anyway, Yeah, so yeah, put those trees up whenever you're ready. Who cares?
Yeah, yeah.
We're decorating for Easter. That's how crazy we are. Oh,
No, we love Halloween. We are Halloween year round, but seasonal stuff can sell year round. People
It
love
does,
Christmas.
especially
People
Christmas.
love Halloween. People can buy seasonal stuff year round.
And really quick, speaking of that whole thing about putting the tree up, now I saw somebody would post these. They're going around Facebook in different images, but it's like forget about who cares if you're decorating for Christmas right now? I'm already drunk for St. Patrick's Day. There's a picture of Frank Gallagher from Shameless on there.
Oh, of course they did.
That's one of them.
Yeah. Yikes!
But you'll see that meme go with different images going around.
Yeah.
Anyway, cool. I'm happy that people are, getting into the holiday spirit.
People are getting into it. Some people are putting up their decorations. And you have to think Thanksgiving's next week. So it's, at this point, it's not that early.
Jeez, it is next week, isn't it?
Yeah, because I think as you get closer to Thanksgiving, it's more appropriate to put up the decorations. That's okay, whatever.
You can be, rebel and do it.
Like, we would put up some Halloween stuff, like, late September, mid-September. And some Halloween stuff stays up year-round.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff.
And I was going to say, and getting closer to the time when people buy stuff online, buy stuff from our store, everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want, every now and then you'll say something about consumerism and things. I'm like, but we sell stuff, so let's hope people consume,
Well, going to talking about consumerism, okay, eBay, and we kind of...
Maybe commercialism is better.
Or commercialism.
Yeah.
So eBay made some changes this fall. Let me double check my notes.
Oh, because it was...
Yes.
Everything was wrong with eBay up until this point. It wasn't functioning. It hasn't been around for over 20 years. It's totally on the wrong track.
Oh, boy. So eBay decided to do a fall seller update because they usually do one in the spring and one in the fall. And for the life of me, I don't know why they do this in the fall right before the Christmas season, right before supposed to be the busy season, because then it messes with your listings. So I had hundreds of listings that had to be corrected that were either in the wrong category or they said I needed to fix my item specifics. So like the condition of the item, new or used. Well, when you do an eBay listing, it asks you that right away.
You can't publish the listing without at least checking if it's new or used.
But
or picking one.
When they did this seller update, it was messing with people's listings.
It took that out.
In the doll category, the dolls and doll play sets, dolls and bears, and then in the jewelry category, big time. There were, and what do I sell a lot of? Dolls and jewelry. So I had a lot of like Barbie dolls, plush bears, collectibles like that, and then like costume jewelry, fine jewelry. All of these had to be fixed, and the item specifics are crazy with the jewelry because they have questions on there like diamond clarity, stone setting.
They have to be a jeweler.
Stone treatment. All this weird stuff, and a lot of it doesn't even pertain to the items that I have listed because most of the jewelry I have listed is vintage costume jewelry, like a rhinestone brooch, Trifari, like Sarah Coventry, like
but
little necklaces.
But do you have to fill in every little thing, or?
I went through and put in, because the more info you give them, the more it's supposed to be better for their searches. I went through on the computer, and for a lot of the items I put NA, like not applicable. It was just like, ugh. So I'm down to like 50, I think around 50 items that have to be fixed. And then on top of that, I still have, my piles of junk I need to sort through and list. So it's a time suck, and it took time away from me actually making new listings and getting more items up there for people to shop. So that was the eBay frustration right now, and the eBay company is down 5% right now. Their sales and overall shopping is down a little bit, and I think it's because they've been making all these weird changes. And there's probably other selling platforms out there that have been competing with eBay lately. Like a lot of people will use Poshmark or Etsy or Mercari.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just.
Are you reading the comments?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are commenting. They're all over the place with talking about the
holiday
the
stuff.
show, holiday stuff.
The show.
Bobby Harvey Jr. wants to know what our favorite our favorite Christmas ornament is or
Oh.
decoration.
Our favorite ornament or decoration. My favorite one. That's if you're
I know, mine is.
talking about Christmas. Those little elves, like the little elf on the shelf elves.
You know what mine is?
What?
The mistletoe. Yeah.
Of course it is. But yeah, I like the little elf ornaments, the little vintage elves. They're so
The elf
cute.
on the shelf looking one, but the older one they based it on.
Yeah, the elf on the shelf is a new concept, but it's based off of those vintage elves from like the 50s and 60s. Yeah, those are just adorable.
Mine was always still the a couple different things. They're really old, and I don't even know where. I know we have them somewhere, but a star that used to go on the our old Christmas tree. That's only like it's a 6-foot tree. It's the tiniest little thing. It was the first tree I remember us having.
Aww.
Still have that. And the tree itself, we still have. That's one of my favorites. Or my cutout Charlie Brown from the cardboard ornaments that were cut out from a pack of like Dolly Madison donuts or something during Christmas.
You didn't have the Charlie Brown Christmas tree?
No, I've seen them before. We should. They're cute. You can get them for like $20-$30, I think. You know?
The leg lamp, says Bubba. The leg lamp is cool.
We don't have one of those.
No, we
Need
don't.
one.
There are people, in the Cleveland area that love to put them
in their window. Yeah.
They put them in the window. Yeah, it's great. And the Christmas Story movie was actually filmed in Cleveland.
Yes, it was.
The Christmas Story house you can visit. It's a museum. It's open year round. The house where they filmed everything.
Dre Gore says the old style bubble lights for the tree. Oh, I mean just the spheres or bubble lights.
Oh, like the round lights?
Just the spheres or the ones that bubble like probably the spheres. But when you were a kid, you'd go and you do the whole sort of the fisheye lens effect. We would always look in there and make it distort our faces and yeah.
I collect Star Trek ornaments.
Yeah, those are
Nice.
good. There's some really good ones out there that are worth good money.
Some of those are hard to find. Very cool.
Good to see all of you as well. Let's see.
Yeah.
So eBay's been throwing some. Well, and what eBay has done has actually turned around to bite them in the butt financially, from what we've heard, and from what we heard, that they were like down 10% last.
They were down 5%.
5%.
5%.
Whatever.
I thought.
Down is not good, even if it's 1%.
Yeah.
No business wants to
the
lose
fact that
anything.
they're down isn't very good. So I hope eBay will turn around and get better.
Yeah. I mean,
our sales are steady, but that was next on my notes here. Like last year and the year before that, my sales were really good this time of year, and right now they're okay, but it's like, you want it to be a little, where it was before.
And heck, if people are afraid of this whole supply chain issue, there's a ton of stuff on eBay, please.
Exactly. What supply chain issue? Because there's so many cool vintage things you could buy. You could buy from the smaller sellers on eBay and Etsy. You can go to a vintage store or a thrift store and find some cool things. There's a lot of things that I find brand new with the tag.
Yeah.
Clothes that were never worn that still have the Kohl's tag. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I think some people, a lot of people, we buy all this new stuff and then what? You donate it a month later, or you sell it at your yard sale the following summer.
And I just did it today with, I sold an item today. It's I've had it for a couple of weeks. It's a Bop It from 2010. That game where it has all those different things where you punch it and squeeze it and
twist it, punch it, pop it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the package. I bought it for they say $5 at a VOA, a Volunteers of America, maybe a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I looked it up and I was like, well, okay, good, and it was good, and it did. I just listed it this morning for $100, and it sold within an hour. It just gone. But on the back of that box, guess what there was? A piece of tape with a little bit of wrapping paper on it.
Oh, like someone got it for a Christmas present and they never opened it or used it.
All the time.
Yep, we do.
It's the discarded gift.
The discarded gift, the Christmas gift that someone just shoved in the closet and never used.
The land of forgotten toys. But, and some of them are like that. I mean, I wish
and then they get donated and we find it and someone else will buy it and cherish it. So there's always going to be stuff out there, just because maybe there's limited new things. I mean, there's always going to be stuff, so I think it'll balance out. I just think people get too worked up over that stuff.
And if you think about it, that's always been an issue, especially with something that's popular.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the hottest toy, let's say, for example, of the year. Good luck getting that thing. And it has nothing to do with supply chain. The manufacturers just didn't make a ton of it because they don't want to lose their shirt. They just kind of put a safe amount out usually, and then if it takes off, they'll just repress it or make more after the fact, like the Baby Yoda toy, which never came out for Christmas, but people pre-ordered the hell out of it during Christmas time, and they got it the following spring. And then, there was a system that came out, a Nintendo one, a couple years ago.
Oh, Nintendo Switch.
The Switch you couldn't even touch.
When it first came out, yeah, that was like a big deal.
Yeah, and you couldn't even get it, but then there was no supply chain issue. It was just a matter of availability of units. It didn't make enough.
Right.
But so you'd always have a problem, especially with the hottest thing.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, let's stop a minute, read comments, and we'll discuss
Read comics.
More.
What comics you got?
Comments.
Oh, dang
comments.
it! I wanted to read some
Dave
comic books.
Duarte says hello. Hi,
Hello.
Dave. Woiro, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I apologize. He says nice turnaround. Thor says that's how treasures are found. Gotta dig to find them.
Sometimes, yeah. Or sometimes you're just sitting right on the shelf, but nobody knows what it is.
Bobby Hervey Jr. says mine is Popeye and olive oil ornaments from the 90s.
Nice.
Oh, he likes Popeye.
So does Slash.
Yeah, so does Slash. Slash is a Popeye fan. Bubba says I put out a Charlie Brown Christmas cuckoo clock every Christmas season.
Yeah, Charlie Brown is definitely
That's
a
cute.
part of our Christmas.
And Thor says can always buy stuff off MummyAndMonkey eBay stores as well.
That's right.
And Jennifer says I collect Nightmare Before Christmas stuff and also Disney.
That was funny. We were in a Walgreens and they had Halloween Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, and then they actually will put out, after Halloween, they'll put out Christmas Nightmare Before Christmas merchandise.
Yes, but the packaging's different.
Because that's pumpkins.
Because it'll have Christmas
Jack-o'-lanterns.
colors on it, but the Halloween packaging is like orange with jack-o'-lanterns.
Well, it was funny because they had all their stuff for half off for Halloween. And
Yeah, all their Halloween was on sale. This was like a few days after Halloween.
And you grabbed a bunch of stuff like, well, we don't think that the Nightmares is half off because it rolls over to Christmas. And we're like, no, it doesn't. You get new stuff in, but they don't leave the old orange and black packaging out for Christmas.
No.
They have that red or green or something that,
Yeah, that was Halloween merchandise, and they thought because it was Nightmare Before Christmas that it was also Christmas.
Well, if it was, then don't leave it in the Halloween.
Because I bought some stuff thinking it was, I was going to buy some things thinking it was half off to flip later.
But they did honor, because...
And I said, oh, well, if it's full price, no thanks, I'm not interested. I don't want to buy it for full price. I thought it was half off.
And the funny thing is go ahead.
And the manager was like, oh, we'll okay it today,
I was at that same Walgreens just the day before, and a woman did this exact same thing.
Oh, really?
She picked it up thinking it's half off.
Well, they should move it away from the Halloween merchandise if it's not...
on sale.
Yeah.
Because of course you'd assume that.
Right.
How would you know that's for Christmas too? It's so stupid.
It's
really not. That's a different packaging scheme for Christmas.
Oh, Nikki Lugosi is here from the band Ghost Bastards.
Ooh.
All the way from Argentina.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And he says, hi, amigos. Hey there.
Hey, Nick. Cool.
Very cool. If you have more music, we want to hear any new music you have.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. It's like rockabilly, fun music.
Mm-hmm.
And then Randy says, I'm sending you guys something. It's a surprise. Don't worry. It's housebroke. Uh-oh.
We don't need another one.
We don't need any more cats. Don't mail any animals.
It'll break your house. So we just been plodding along. I listed like crazy today for eBay, and I sold 3 things that I listed today.
Oh, good.
So
see,
boom, boom, boom.
All that stuff was just sitting around.
And
you gotta list it.
All Christmas related. Well, the Bop It was probably a gift to somebody, but it was like a CD and an ornament, a Rudolph ornament. So.
Oh, so speaking of that, all the blow molds here. I have to watch how I say that.
Blow molds.
All of these vintage Christmas decorations here. These big outside ones. These are. Some of them are on my eBay store. That one is on eBay.
Yes.
I believe he's 89 plus shipping.
He's rare.
He
This
is.
a
He's a
Canadian
harder.
one, I think.
Yeah, it was made in Canada. He's harder to find. And then the snowman I put on Mercari. I have a Mercari store. I don't have the link in the video description, but if anyone is seriously interested in buying these Christmas blow molds, if you live locally, send us.
Which would be the Cleveland area.
The Cleveland area,
locally.
Northeast Ohio. You can send us an email. I could ship it to you, but shipping would get expensive for some of these because of the size.
Yeah, not weight, but the size.
Yeah,
of the
they're not heavy, but the packaging would be big. Like this guy's almost 40 inches tall. He's pretty tall. So yeah, I just thought that these were cute to put out because we did list them.
And let's face it, Christmas is everywhere now.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. So why not be here too?
Area Thrifty One says, do you resell arbitrage from retail stores a lot? I have had mixed results.
So have we.
So have we. We've had mixed results. Some stuff we've done well on, and some stuff just sits or it doesn't sell for as much as you thought it would.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just like going out and finding cool stuff,
Mm-hmm.
The arbitrage thing, we've seen people work that whole thing. Like they'll get the skinny on a sale coming up, and they'll prep a whole road trip, like let's say at Walmart. If they know an item's coming out and they're going to have it on special, these guys will go out and do like a whole day or two, even rent a hotel.
Right.
If they're across county or whatever, they'll figure out where to go. They'll map it all out. They'll go and they'll buy those items. Like they'll snag up as many as they can.
Yeah.
I mean that's you can do well that way.
There's some Amazon sellers that will buy a lot of new stuff and then they just send it into Amazon.
Yeah.
With these shortages on new stuff, that might not be as readily available because I guess people used to shop like the Walmart and Target clearance and send that stuff to Amazon.
Oh.
So I don't know if that shortage might be affecting them.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the stuff we sell is used or vintage. There's a small chunk I sell that's new because I just don't find as many new things. But yeah, so I don't know. We've had mixed results as well.
Yeah, we haven't hardcore done it like to where we would like that, like go out and really buy a mass quantity of stuff. There are people and other resellers that we've seen that they'll find like if a store is closing, and they'll just go. I mean, that's where you get some really good deals because stuff's like half off, 75% off.
Yeah.
And if they're there first, we've seen guys buy perfume and
cosmetics,
and like
clothing, just whatever they could find new that they could flip.
Department store quality, brand new.
Yeah.
And they'll get it for a dirt cheap price. Drop a couple grand usually and make 4 or 5 times that.
And sometimes those closeout stores, you can find things, the bin stores, Goodwill bins, but the Goodwill stuff is always going to be used most of the time.
Yeah.
Although when we went to the Goodwill bins on my birthday, I did find a Vera Bradley purse that was new at the tag, which is rare to find. And it was in new condition. Yeah. I'm like, wow, what's this doing here?
I'm trying to think if I sold anything from the bins yet. I don't know.
Draugr? I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry.
I'm working on that one too.
Those plastic decorations are great. So many people want to buy those blow up things now. See, we originally had these listed on Facebook Marketplace.
We've had these listed a few
Facebook,
times.
yeah, we put them up a couple times on Facebook, but Facebook Marketplace is kind of weird. And people were kind of weird. So we took them down. And I thought, well, we'll put them on eBay and Mercari and just we could ship them out or do local pickup.
Matter of fact, I got to take these guys off of my marketplace because they're on there still. Someone lowballed me on this one for $50. There's just no way I'd sell that for $50.
Yeah, eBay was telling me to put that for $89 because it looks like the solds are around that now.
Okay.
And then Ghost Bastard says, working on new stuff coming soon. I will totally send you to check them as soon as it's out.
Love to.
Yay!
Love us some Ghost Bastards. Good stuff.
I miss the old Unique thrift stores. Ooh, Unique thrift.
Yeah, we pine away. We have every now and then like a plastic bag will come up that says Unique on it, or a sticker on an old thing we bought.
I grew up on Unique thrift.
Yeah.
That was the thrift store my mom would take us to.
It was a little cool and junkier.
It was
junk, but.
Yep. But it was fun to look through things there.
Yeah.
And back in the day, everything was cheap. As time went on, things were a little more pricey. But, like, Yeah, we used to when we were first dating, we would meet up there and go shopping.
Yeah, thrift stores were almost like rummage sales in a
Mm-hmm.
way. They really were more like that. Now they're getting to be very more systematic.
Yeah.
You know, they know what they're wise to everything too. Obviously, well, not everything, but because we get some good stuff every now and again. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely playing the game, and it's not like it used to be. But
yeah, if we had a time machine, we'd go back and buy all the vintage toys that were at the thrift stores in the 90s.
Oh boy.
And I wish I had the money to buy as a kid.
Time machine. Oh.
Time machine, yeah. If we had a time machine.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Because now the unique thrift stores, I believe Savers bought them up.
Yeah, they did.
I think Savers bought them all up because they still use the same kind of labels like Unique Thrift used to do. And they still do the half off on Mondays like Unique Thrift used to do. The one difference I noticed, Unique Thrift used to open at like 7 in the morning on Mondays for their half off day because so many people would like line up to go shopping to get the 50% off. That was I remember the one on West 25th in Cleveland. Yeah.
Yeah, someone brought that, Lorraine.
Yeah. They used to open up earlier that day because it was a big shopping day. Monday was the half off day.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, good thrifting memories there.
Unique.
Yeah. Now the yard sales are winding down.
They're done.
Yeah, it's just been too cold. We had some snow recently a little bit.
Yeah.
Some icy rain lately, so the weather's getting kind of colder. I think
inclement for yard sales.
Yeah.
But we still have. Well, now they're doing an indoor flea market at one of the places we go to. So once a month.
Yeah.
The first weekend of each month until March or something like that. Or March, yeah, I think until March or April or May probably.
Yeah, there's some indoor flea markets that are still around, and then estate sales, local sales. Every now and then you'll find the unicorn yard sale. In Northeast Ohio, where everything is set up like in the garage, and they might have like a little heater or something. There was one sale we went to in some little suburb town where their whole basement was set up like a store. Yeah. It was kind of funny, and they would put up ads online, saying that they had vintage and collectibles, and it was fun to go through there and shop.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting, yeah. It's like having to shop. I mean, that's probably illegal, though, right?
Probably.
Because that's like a commercial thing. I don't know. What do I know?
But I think they were collectors, and then if they found extra stuff, they would just put it in the basement.
Oh, their basement shop, yeah.
Yeah. Could be something like that. Maybe they're junk pickers and they find stuff.
Well, it's better than keeping it, yeah.
John says, before the internet, LOL, I would find bags of G.I. Joes and make a killing at the Memphis flea market.
Wow.
Wow. Good times pre-internet.
Bags of them.
Ooh. That would be fun to sort through.
Yeah, well, now, like I said, people are wise to all that stuff now. Time traveling banana. Oh, boy. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Sounds slip. You have to slip on a banana peel. It takes you back in time, depending on where you fall, forward or backward.
Maybe.
That's a funny idea. Yeah, but I can imagine the stuff people would find before thrift stores. Or before the internet, before, eBay and Google and everything else.
Yeah. Toy Painter says, I picked up a bunch of paint and micro tools at an estate sale. Well, cool. Area Thrifty One says, Goodwill is getting savvy. They have one of their online selling places next to my work. Unreal inventory. I have seen they are picking and keeping out of their stores. Yeah, so Goodwill does have a Shop Goodwill website, and it's funny because some of their things I have bid on before, like the jewelry lots and miscellaneous junk drawer lots. I have bought some of those, like last year when we weren't going out as much, I was sourcing online. And I remember I found a vintage, I think it was like some collectible mirror or some fancy, I don't remember what it was now, but it was worth like $50. And I think I bid 20 for the lot. So it was nice. Like,
wow.
Still, even if you're shopping their Goodwill site, they don't know everything.
No.
Their employees don't know everything. You have to find what they don't know. So, It's finding the value in things that other people don't see the value in. And that reminds me, so we went to Goodwill the other day, and I was looking through the toys, and I found vintage My Little Ponies. About 5 of them from the 80s, Generation 1, and I paid $1 a piece for them.
Boom, boom, boom.
I didn't even look them up on my phone. I knew what they were, threw them in the cart. I looked through the other toys, didn't really see much. There was like a Wonder Woman figurine, but it was too new. Not really worth anything. It was like a Walmart one from a year or 2 ago. I left it there, and some other figurines that I knew were like too new, not worth much. I went back there again just in case if someone put, you know, because the employees were putting things out, putting things away. So I go back there to see if anything new was there.
Check.
There was another couple that was looking up every single item on their phone, and you could tell they were noobs.
Well,
and I was kind of laughing to myself. You
learn.
have to learn, you know, some way. But they were looking up that Wonder Woman action figure. They were looking up the figurines that I knew weren't good, that I didn't even have to look up. I just knew, like, oh, those aren't good. And they were looking them up and then putting them back. It was really fun.
You gotta check the prices the way you normally do.
But I'm like thinking, oh, good. I'm glad I got to the My Little Ponies before they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they would have. You said there were some bigger ones there, though, right? Some larger.
They were like
ones?
generic ones.
Oh.
Yeah, they were like off-brand ones.
Not
So
that
those
good.
I left because the My Little Pony off-brand ones aren't as, you know.
Yeah, collectible.
Yeah, but I saw the
Valuable.
ones that were marked like Hasbro 83, 82.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm buying those. $1 a piece? Mine. And I just cleaned them up today. So yeah, once they're all ready, I can take pictures of them.
Try to leave any show and tell, like go grab. I don't know.
There's a couple comments, and then in a few minutes we could switch over to the Mummy and the Monkey
let's just do
news,
that.
if that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do
Unless there's something else you want to share.
Nah.
Drogger?
Good try.
Drogger. I'm sorry.
Nah, this thing is busted.
Drogger. I used to love going to the Hartville flea market. Hard to find good stuff now.
Yeah. Well, it depends.
Yeah, it depends. I think when they have everything set up outside, I would find better deals. When they have their inside shops,
Too small. Not enough vendors.
the vendors know what they have because
Yeah,
they probably pay more rent for the inside shop space.
Yeah,
The
so less
outside
people with a
space.
bunch of junk.
Yeah, like there's some people that are regular vendors outside if the weather's warmer, and I find good things from these certain vendors. So yeah, it depends who the vendor is and what they know, and if it's indoors or outdoors. Dave says, Grimm, is that a Cleveland Crunch coffee mug? Love going to Crunch games at the old Richfield Coliseum.
Somebody recognized that. Yeah, it is authentic Cleveland Crunch.
Ooh, there
It's
you go.
crunch time in Cleveland now. Crunch. 1994. I can't read that. Something World Champions. What does that say?
NPSI World Champs.
There you go.
National Pooping Soccer Institute.
Something or another, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
That's what that means, right?
Yeah, we got a lot of vintage weird Cleveland coffee cups around here, too.
Randy says the thrift stores used to have lots of Hot Wheels. Then they realized there was a big market for them. Now there are none. I do see Hot Wheels there, but it's all newer stuff.
I found 2 red lines in a bag.
You did find some red lines?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
I did a while back. It was at a Value World. But the bag smelled like mildew, like or probably from some old basement box of cars.
Oof.
But I cleaned them up. They did sell them. I mean, I sold them for $70 one of them, and maybe 40 for the other.
Yeah.
It was a bag was like maybe a few dollars.
Cool.
So, they were all beat up, and I sold them as like restoration projects, and people still bought them. I mean, the paint was worn off, all that.
Yeah, and there's people on YouTube that will restore and paint those old Hot Wheels, and it's kind of cool because they're these little tiny cars, and they're like repainting all that
There's
and
videos
restoring
on that.
it.
Remember we were watching those
Yeah,
one
they
time.
take all the pieces apart and they restore and repaint each piece.
And they make there's a lot of replacement pieces, and people make some replica replacement like windshields and things like that they find to repair their car.
It's like a hobby thing now. It's kind of cool. We'll read this one last comment, and then we're going to switch over to the Mummy and the Monkey behind the scenes of what's going on with the show.
Okie doke.
Ocean Shrugs says, I bought a bunch of limited edition Mickey Mouse plush toys you could only get at Disney World back in the day. French Mickey, stuff like that. Was like $30 for all, 20 to 25 of them. Excited about it. Nice. So cool, you could piece out all those toys, and yeah, if they're that hard to find, yeah, you can sell them out. Sell them and piece them out. And if they're plush, they're going to be easy to ship. They're squishy. You don't have to worry about them getting damaged.
Light. They're very light.
Yeah, they're lightweight. So the shipping shouldn't be bad on that at all. You just
Throw
them in a baggie and you're good. And John says, Value World has some gems sometimes. I found a drum set there once. Awesome score. Wow. Cool. All right, guys. So thank you for chatting with us for the reselling side. Yes. We're going to move over to the Mummy and the Monkey side. We're going to switch gears here.
What's going on in Mummy and the Monkey land?
Mummy and the Monkey land. Well, we Friday night, it was episode 143 of the Hairy Scary Hangout.
It was.
And we switched Hairy Scary Hangout over to our YouTube channel for almost 4 years now. We were live streaming our horror hosted show, our movie hosted show on Facebook, on our Facebook fan page.
And it started on YouTube originally, though, on New Year's Eve. On New Year's. Yeah. 2017?
It was
17.
2017 turning into 2018.
Yeah.
So, yeah. January 1st of 2022, it'll be 4 years of the Hairy Scary Hangout.
Where did those 4 years? I want those 4 years back in my life now. Yeah, I can't believe it's been gone that fast.
Right.
And we've learned a lot. There's still way more to learn. Been through a lot. Still probably a lot to go through. So.
Oh yeah, and we've been the Mummy and the Monkey for 7 years now.
Yes.
Since 2014.
Yeah, as a team.
So yeah, we make a good team. He's my favorite co-host.
And you're mine.
Aw. But yeah, we're excited about the switch over to YouTube. Not everyone is sold on it. I know some people have told us that they don't have a YouTube account. They don't want to make a new account. They liked it on Facebook. But here's what happened when we were live streaming on Facebook this year. And it's a recent thing Facebook has been doing. Let's say if we're playing a zombie movie, someone would comment, "Oh, the ugly zombie," or they would quote a line from the movie, or make fun of someone from the movie, because it's all in good fun. We're commenting on the movie. People, for the most part, know better, and they know to like, hey, we're just having fun.
Right, the context is all there.
Yeah, the context is there. No one's bashing anyone. No one's saying anything nasty. Well, Facebook was giving people a 30-day suspension. A lot of our fans were getting 30-day suspensions. I had fans email me and email our Mummy and Monkey account, our email saying, hey, hey, I got this 30-day suspension. What the heck? You know, they were very upset. And
can't blame them.
And I would be upset too if that happened to me. So we felt terrible about it.
Right. And we saw this to be a problem that could reoccur. And if it happens to one person, it happens to that's too many.
It's way too many.
And where YouTube has an option, you can have moderators on there in the chat, and they could decide whether or not a comment is seen or not. And if it's like, even if the comment is like hidden or deleted, it doesn't do anything to the person's account.
Right.
It just takes them out of the conversation or deletes a single post of theirs.
Yeah, so we have some chat moderators. Jennifer Delaney is one of them. She's in the chat. Tom O is one of them. He was in the chat earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still here at the moment. That's okay. So we have a group of moderators that help. That way, yeah, if someone comments something that's out of line, we can take care of it, and they're not banned from their social media page. They could still be on their Facebook account. They could still have their YouTube account. We just, we'll delete that comment.
Right.
Now, of course, if some troll shows up and it's some repetitive, harassing type of thing, then yeah, we're going to block you. Sorry.
Right.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, no bad behavior.
If you can't play nice in the sandbox with everyone, then you don't get to play in the sandbox.
Right. So we just thought it was something to protect everybody out there, and not have someone's account be suspended for 30 days for saying something that wasn't even in context offensive to anybody or mean-spirited or anything.
Right.
So we're back on the YouTube.
Yeah, but you know what? We're learning the YouTube rules. YouTube has evolved over the years, and we're learning what movies we can play, what we can't play.
Yeah.
We play the public domain movies, of course, and then the independent movies with the filmmaker's permission.
Right.
And yeah, it's becoming more manageable to be on YouTube. And you are in the process of making all new sound effects.
Well,
to make sure we don't have any issues with
I
music or things like that.
It's a bit of a pain, but yeah, I'm trying to do things that are there are sounds and things that are called either from YouTube sound library, sound effects library, like basic sound effects stuff like closing doors and things falling, things like that. I don't even know if they have anything that sounds cartoony, but I was using the Hanna-Barbera sound effects library for a lot of the cartoony sound effects, which is just great.
And it was just a couple seconds here and there.
But all
Most
of my
of
other
it were like your burps and farts.
But all the sound bites, like, you know, from Archie Bunker and, you know, you name it. I mean...
We can't do that anymore, really.
Well...
But you're good at mimicking voices.
That's lame. I don't want to do that.
Oh, you could, though.
I'm finding stuff from some old found audio that I have of people's phone conversations and things like that. From, I mean, I collect a lot of stuff, audio and video-wise. And one of them are, you know, answering machine tapes. So don't throw your answering machine tapes and stuff out. Because I'll find them. No, but so I'm taking sound bites from those, some early prank phone calls I used to do back in the 90s to people.
Oh, there you go.
Because I'm sure they won't, you know, no one's going to go, that's my cousin. I doubt it, you know.
Like all these years later,
No.
Would they even recognize their voice from 30 years ago?
Plus it's just a bite. I mean, it's just not a whole, it's barely a whole sentence.
Yeah.
Usually just a couple snippets of something that sounds funny. But it's going to take a while to come up with a bunch of stuff that I think is versatile enough for a movie. So I tried it the first time with Egon. That's just the beginning. So
I thought some of them were funny.
Oh.
It seemed like people enjoyed it.
Some of them are funny, but but I needed like more to choose from. I need a big, because I started running out of things to put in there. Sound effects wise.
So we just have to build up the sound library.
Yeah, it'll take time, but that's what I need. I need to do that anyway. That we don't have to worry about anything being copywritten, like you said, or you know, hey, that's belongs to this show. You don't want to have to deal with that. So.
No.
We'll change. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we just want to make sure everything's kosher with the sounds. And everything.
That's fine. Not a problem.
Okay, let's pause a minute and we'll read comments.
Okay.
We didn't watch much on Facebook only because not able to stream as easy through the TV. I think YouTube is better. Yes, thank you. YouTube is a lot easier to stream. There's the YouTube app on a lot of smart televisions. If you have like your phone or your tablet synced to your smart device like your Roku, you can
shoot it over.
Yeah, you could send it over through that, which is nice.
Yes, you can.
It's really nice. So yeah, the chat is set up a little bit different than the Facebook thing. And yeah, you do have to have a YouTube account to sign in and comment and click like or dislike. And I think that I heard they're getting rid of the dislike button.
Really?
I heard YouTube might be making changes to the thumbs up, thumbs down
What are
thing.
they going to be doing?
They might be, I don't know if they're going to do like the happy face or sad face or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, because then we have that one thumbs down, everything we put up, there's always that one person. It has to be, you know,
and I want to thank, so to that one person out there in the world that there's always one grumpy Gus that's giving us a thumbs down. I want to say thank you because it still counts as activity.
Thanks for the view.
Yeah. Thank you for the channel activity. So whether you thought, and thank you to everyone else who does the thumbs up, but it's really funny whether you do a thumbs up or thumbs down, it still counts as people paying attention to your channel. So thank you for the attention anyway. It
kind of backfires.
Yeah.
Think of it that way.
It's really silly. They hide the dislike numbers now. Oh, it's still showing it online. When we go to the YouTube channel info, it still shows like who
dislike will still be there, but you won't be able to see the number.
Oh, okay. So that's what they're doing. They're getting rid of it. Huh. I wonder why. Maybe it was upsetting people or something. Grandpappy's here. Hi, Grandpappy.
Oh, hey, Grandpappy.
He says, my wife and I enjoyed meeting and talking with you two at Akron Comic-Con.
That was a blast. We had a lot of fun, met some fans. Some people came out, admitted they watched our show. It was nice.
Yay.
We chatted with them a little bit and did some shout-outs in our last episode, so that was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was great to meet a lot of you in person at Comic-Con last weekend. That was really fun.
Oh yeah.
Uploader can still see the number, I think. Okay, so it just won't be like public for whatever reason YouTube decided. I like the show on YouTube because I could put it on the big screen. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's that accessibility. You know, it's easier to watch. We still do the simulcast. We have Public Media Network simulcast it.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Public Media Network out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. That way, you know, you could still watch it that way if you choose to.
Right.
Some people like YouTube, some don't. So whatever your preference is, there.
Oh, I should have this coffee. I'm all fidgety. Ooh.
I know I had green tea and I'm still a little fidgety.
Ah.
Like, green tea still has a little bit of caffeine in it.
So yeah.
It's cold in here. I wanted some tea.
So yeah. So Mummy and the Monkey. Anything in the notes you got written down? You want to?
Oh yes, yes. Comic books.
Oh.
So we need to get more comic books made because everyone's really loving them right now.
We brought like 23 of them to the convention with us. The
20, I thought.
Something like that.
Yeah. So
but we sold them all.
That's what the cover looks like.
Yeah.
And that's the back of it. It's a funny ad. But
yeah.
Yeah, we're going to work on getting more of these made this week or next week.
At some point.
And then a new DVD.
Yes. Blu-ray.
A new Blu-ray, yes, because we're partnering with MakeFlix.com and filmmaker J.R. Bookwalter, who made The Dead Next Door. And we worked out a deal where we can sell the Blu-ray version of Pumpkin Spice.
Yes, 5.
Pumpkin Spice 5, our Halloween special from a few weeks ago.
So everything goes right, we'll be able to sell it through this, kind of like a distributor.
Yeah, I mean, we'll discuss it with him, but we may end up taking down the YouTube video.
Oh, yeah.
After we download it.
Yes.
Yeah, and then.
I forget. I have to look.
Yeah.
But
we'll discuss it more.
Oh, and hi to neighbor Brian if he's watching.
Hi neighbor Brian.
Yeah.
He's probably watching.
That's cool.
Bobby Harvey Jr. says, are you going to show any more interviews from Cinema Wasteland? We did on Friday, actually. We had, let's see. Yeah, we showed a bunch of them on Friday.
We showed 3 of them. Yeah.
And then we showed some on Halloween.
Freddle and Ray.
So that may have been all of them, but we have to go through the footage and double check.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's all the interviews we did.
Yeah.
Were those 3 in the back?
That may have been all of them.
Yeah.
But
There's some footage, I guess, we could show.
But they were, the ones that we had were put together good, I thought.
Yeah.
And everyone was real nice that we interviewed.
Very nice.
Rick said, love the sound cut-ins during the movies. Best thing since the Ghoul Show in the 70s. Love it. Thank you, Rick. That's really sweet of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And those comics look awesome. See, it says Area Thrifty 1.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's a concept that it might not be entirely new, but the premise is that we, as the Mummy and the Monkey, host public domain movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the idea here was to find some public domain comic book, old horror comics from the 40s and 50s that have fallen into the public domain, and they can be reprinted. But then we're going to do, grab a couple stories from different books, and then Janet and I host the stories, kind of like the Crypt Keeper and Uncle Creepy and all that stuff from the EC Comics.
Oh yeah, so we're hosting these short stories, and some of them are
domain stuff.
Yeah, and some of them are ghost stories. Some of them are like I think one was like a werewolf one.
It's all mixed up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's for most ages to read. It's just like old school monsters.
Yeah, this stuff is.
Because I had one lady ask if it was okay for like a 9-year-old to read. Yeah. I flipped through it. It looked like it was tame.
Well,
I thought it was okay for
the reason, the whole thing EC Comics, they were really, 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 really violent. Those things.
But the ones that you picked were tame.
They're super tame compared to what EC. That's why the comics got slapped with that code, with that authority code.
Yeah, because some of their stories were a little gruesome.
Yeah,
but they were cool. They were really cool. But maybe too scary for small kids.
But these ones are sort of like knockoff, and not as gory and not as intense, but
Yeah.
But they're fun to look at, And then, like I said, I added some artwork of you and I in between all of it, so
yeah,
little mini story there.
Yeah, with your awesome artwork.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm excited for the People of Wasteland video. Yeah, that's something we discussed that we've been kind of toying around with. We thought that would be funny because I did have the GoPro set up at our table, and I think we walked around with the GoPro a little bit. We have a lot of just
Where-
random
who said that?
footage.
Where'd that come from?
Ocean Shrug
what did we
says
talk
that.
about
We
doing
talked
that?
about a little bit at Comic-Con.
Oh, maybe.
We were talking with a few fans.
Okay, people of Wasteland. All right.
Yeah, kind of. It's all in good fun. We're only joking. Similar to like the people of Walmart, like the people of Wasteland. Just something fun, just to show like the behind the scenes footage. But it was just an idea. We don't know if there's a lot of footage just to look through.
Oh, tons.
Yeah, like hours of stuff.
Tons of stuff.
Because each day, like, I would bring a fresh SD card and we would just fill it with video. Let's see. The skits are fun, but the con footage is fun to see also.
Wow.
Oh, thank you. We're glad you like the convention footage.
We'll try to mix it up with a little bit of everything,
Are you doing the graphics, James? Says Area 51. Oh,
Graphics
maybe that's about the comic book.
Okay, so
Yeah, you did the cover
to clear it up, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
So
so the
here,
idea
let's clear
was
that up.
that I would, I'll illustrate the covers and all that kind of stuff, and some of the insides, some of the interiors, again, that where it's Janet and I, or Grimm and Decay, and
Yeah.
Grimm and Janet running around, but they'll host the reprinted public domain comics that I dig up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the idea. So it's a fast way to turn a book around, and it's sort of, again, is in the same idea of us hosting public domain B movies.
Yeah, it transfers the hosting movies to hosting stories in a comic.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's the premise.
So that was his idea.
So I don't draw everything, but I draw. I throw enough of us in there to make it our book.
Yeah, where there's like a we host the beginning and the end and
Yeah, because a lot of people are reselling us doing a similar thing, but they're just gathering stories from a particular book and then binding them together and printing them that way.
Oh.
There's no host or anything extra new.
I saw someone at a comic book convention take some of those old public domain comics and then they would change the word bubbles.
They rewrote the vocabulary
to make it funny.
Or the vocabulary.
It was
the story.
It was more of like a parody, like a comedy thing.
But neighbor Brian, I brought that up to him. We were discussing the comic at his place the other day, and he pointed out to me that Mad Magazine did a similar thing in the 50s with an old comic.
I didn't know they did that.
I had no idea either.
I had no idea.
I don't know if it was a regular feature or if it was something they did a few times here and there. Maybe there's some love comics that made them sound scary or goofy. I don't know. I have to look it up.
Wait, there's a couple more comments, so we'll read those, and then there was something else I wanted to discuss.
Oh, okay.
Thor says Riff Tracks plus Big Chuck and Little John equals the Mummy and the Monkey.
That's a compliment. The biggest one I've ever
wow,
received.
that's a big compliment. Thank you so much, Thor. That's sweet
That's
of you.
really nice. Yeah. Well, yeah.
We're just we're big nerd fanboys and fangirls.
We watch Riff Tracks all the time.
We love all of it.
We watched a couple movies the other night.
We wanted to have our own characters do that. We wanted to try to continue it on, but in our own way.
Yeah.
Draugr, I'm sorry I'm so bad at pronouncing things. Any plans for doing new skits with Cliff?
Oh.
He seems to have a lot of fans every Friday.
Hmm.
Oh, everyone loves Cliff. We should make a new skit with him. And that's a good segue because I wanted to say that we wanted to make some new, maybe a couple new skits in the next few weeks.
Well, he has his 15 minutes of fame before our main show every Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Cliff's, countdown show.
We could have him in a skit.
Of course.
We totally could.
He's been in a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, we'll bring Cliff back.
Get the Cliff Meister and more stuff.
We need
That's
some
what
new
people are
Stasha
saying.
skits.
Stasha and Cliff should team up.
That would be funny, Stasha and Cliff. What would they do together?
Well, that's what's fun. Let's mash them up and see what happens.
Oh, the possibilities.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I was saying it right. Okay. Oh, and speaking of interviews and footage and more content,
I'm so sorry.
we had some special celebrity guests in our studio on Saturday.
Did.
And that was part of the reason why we did not put out a Saturday night movie on YouTube.
It was their fault. No,
not their fault. But this is a good positive thing.
Great thing.
Because we're a husband and wife team that does our own thing independently.
Yes.
Petals and Thorns, they're a husband and wife team that make their own music. And they're independent artists. They're from the Cleveland area. They gave us a CD And they're also on YouTube. So check out Petals and Thorns. I'm going to hold this up to the camera.
Oh.
Does that show up?
Tilt it down more.
Like
there
that?
Yeah.
And their newest album is The Maid and the Blacksmith. If you guys like goth stuff, like electronica, if you like metal, you might like this. It's really good.
You just might like it.
It's really good stuff.
Yeah.
Even if you're not like a gothy person, you might like their music anyway. I say to give them a listen.
I say it's very atmospheric.
Yeah.
And it's got that sort of like, really like you said, goth, industrial, but very, Evanescence. A little
similar
bit-ish.
like Evanescence or...
But a lot more melodic and atmospheric.
But like, if you liked maybe...
I love it.
Trying to... Let's see. How could I compare... I'm trying to think of a good comparison. It's kind of like a mishmash of different things, but I really like their music. I'm a big fan of theirs, and they're a fan of us. So yeah, we had them in here. You shot the video, and I
pushed the button.
We had the green couch here, all set up, and I had the chair here, and I got to sit and talk with them, and we got some footage, got some pictures, and
oh boy.
So that's something we have to edit too this week.
This coffee's having the opposite effect on me.
I'm hungry.
I'm starving. I think
that's
what it is. I'm gonna make
is it dinner time?
some homemade beef stroganoff. Ooh, I can't wait.
Ooh.
It's comfort food on a cold Cleveland winter night. Well, almost winter night.
A homemade meal is always good.
So good. But yeah, I'll get to that right after this. She'll put me march me right in the kitchen and get me cooking.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll probably sign off here in just a few minutes, guys. But yeah, Petals and Thorns.
Oh, it was great hanging out with them for a little bit.
It was so much fun, and they're very nice, and it was very casual because I didn't feel like nervous around them. Sometimes when I interview celebrities, I do admit I get a little nervous.
But we've known them on and off for the past couple of years at least, so and you go way back with them in your earlier incarnation of your character. So
yes, back before we were the Mummy and the Monkey, back when I helped host the Daughter of the Ghoul show. I interviewed them, and they were really nice people.
Yeah.
And I wanted to have an interview with them talking about their new album, and to have something that's Mummy and Monkey branded.
So that interview will be shown on an upcoming episode of the Hairy Scary Hangout, and then an extended cut of that will be on YouTube. So
yes, and their music videos, they shoot all their own music videos.
They do everything. Yeah.
They do everything. They write their own lyrics.
Kind of reminds me of two other people.
Yeah, they do it all. They do it all pretty much, and it's good music when you factor in like they're doing all of this themselves.
So it's like getting honey from a that's their creation. You know what I mean? It's not touched by a lot of different hands, so it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
In that respect as well.
Nothing But Love says, "Oh, I caught a live. Hiya, guys." Hello, love.
Okay.
Nothing But Love. That's their name.
Ah, nice.
All right. Toy Painter 1 says, "Mummy and the Monkey are my wife and my favorites. Friday night show. Looking forward to Down to Friday."
All right.
Awesome.
Bobby Harvey wants to know what?
Are you going to do an autographed picture of Yashu?
Oh, who wants that?
Yes, Yashu's going to wear a leopard print thong, and he's going to have a pinup photo.
His OnlyFans photo.
No, I'm kidding, guys. That would be funny.
Homely fans. Okay, homely fans.
Not a fan.
Yeah, not a fan.
Not a fan. You pay them to keep their clothes on.
I like that one.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. I came up with that. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
No, we're not going there. We just like to joke around. We're just joking.
There's no,
Yeah, we don't do any. Yeah, we don't do any of that on here. All right, gang. Well, we want to eat some dinner, and you guys might want to eat some dinner too. So we're gonna let you go. If you're watching the replay of this, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us live, guys, and we will be back this Sunday.
But before that, we'll be back Friday. So check us out. Hairy Scary Weekend kind of continues starting next week. We'll try to figure something out. If we don't see you on sometime Saturday or do something, we'll be there Friday and Sunday for sure. So
yeah, we'll be back with another episode of the Hairy Scary Hangout this Friday for episode 144 here on our YouTube channel. And then the following Sunday, we're going to have a new podcast.
That's right. So you have that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thanks, guys, for joining us. Good night. Good fright. Have a good rest of your week. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I have to end